there, Kira here with the scrapbook layout process video with my September citrus twist kit. So I'm just using the main kit today, and I'm starting with this cut file, and this cut file is available at Paper Issues, and I'm doing another Batman layout. I don't know what it is about me and Batman layouts, but can't stop, won't stop. So I have this picture of my son, and he's wearing his Batman shirt, and he's trying to blow up a balloon. He doesn't know how to blow up a balloon, but it's cute. And he's just standing in the room trying to blow up a balloon for me. And yeah, so I got inspiration from one of the pieces of ephemera from the Pink Fresh Studioscape The Ordinary collection. And it says, no one is like you, that is your superpower, or something like that. And it's got like this forest green color on it. And so I liked that, and I was like, oh, that's cute, because Jonathan's really into superheroes right now. And so I thought that I would kind of just jump off of that piece of ephemera as my inspiration. So I wanted to do some Batman symbols, since I already have this cut file on my Cricut, so I might as well use it, right? And I don't have any black paper in my kit, so I decided to do a little bit of mixed media. Are you guys proud of me? I'm proud of me for breaking out of my shell and doing some mixed media. So I just used some Tim Holtz Distress Stain, and it's like this gray color. I just did like this smushing technique and then did some splatters over top, and I think it made a really cool effect on my little Batman symbols. So using, like I said, I'm using the piece of ephemera as my kind of inspiration for this layout, so it's not going to be a typical like Batman colored layout. So I'm using this is the Paige Evans Turn the Page collection paper. I believe it's number 11, and whoa, it's already backed. Look at that. So I backed this cut file with that paper because of the green. And then I'm using this plus sign paper, which I'm obsessed with. I'm using that as my background paper. So I knew kind of the layout I was going for here. I know I wanted the title up top. I wanted the picture on the bottom. There's that ephemera piece I talked about. So that's going to be kind of like right with my picture, kind of one of the main elements of this layout. And then I'm going to build a couple clusters with these Batman symbols. So I'm just going to tuck them kind of here and there, and I'm going to fuss with the placement like a lot more than I probably needed to. I don't know, it didn't really matter where they went, right? Like, that looks fine. I could have gone with that. That's not where they end up. I think that looks fine. But, you know, I'm indecisive, and I'm like, let's move this, and, well, I know I want this glued down, so let's glue this down. I don't know, there's probably a piece of paper hanging off right there that I need to fix. So, like, well, maybe the Batman symbol needs to be on top of the O, and maybe this hexagon needs to go there, and no, it doesn't. Like, you don't need to take away from the title. So I fuss, and I fuss, and I fuss some more. But, you know, the best thing to do when you're kind of indecisive like this is to kind of just do what you know you're going to do. So I know I'm going to map my photo with some white paper. So let's do that. Let's map my photo. And I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. I have been asked recently where I got my little mini trimmer, and this is just a swing line mini guillotine trimmer, and I got it on Amazon, so I will leave a link below if you're interested. It's a nice little trimmer. I like it. Works well. Does the job, I guess. Alright, so I know I want my photo to go about there, and then I get out the little Batman again. Why do I keep calling them Batmen? Get out these little Batman symbols, and I'm going to fuss with the placement again. So I think maybe I need to go like biggest to smallest up the page. So like the biggest one under the photo and then the smallest one underneath the title. But I didn't want it completely covered, so I kind of put it under the U, which is probably where you would see it the most. And then I decided, because I was trying to make it so like each of the Batman symbols had a piece of ephemera on it, but that didn't need to happen. Like, I didn't need to have a piece of ephemera on all of them. So I just did this one is up here. It's going to be all by itself with nothing on top of it except for this giant title. And then this one down here is going to have 2 pieces of ephemera around it. Well, I shouldn't say that it's going to have just 2 because I do put little stars on in a minute, and you'll see me do that. And go ahead and stick my title down because I know that's where I want my title to go. I'm sticking with the placement with the Batman symbols, so those will go where they're going. And I want to make sure I get that straight, and the best thing to do would maybe get out a ruler, but apparently I don't have time for that, so I just go ahead and stick it down. And then I'm kind of deciding if I want my picture to overlap both the Batman symbols or just one, but I know I want it on foam, so I go ahead and stick some foam underneath this guy. And then kind of play with placement some more. And I think the big problem what I was having before is I was trying to make the Batman symbols stay completely on the page, but why? Like I can cut them off. I can trim them down once they're on there. It's not going to hurt them. I'm not going to hurt their wings if I cut them off, right? So just cut them. It's fine. And so that's what I end up doing. So that one's kind of hanging off the page, and I will trim him down in a minute. This piece of ephemera, I had not originally intended to have it go on the photo, but this is just a little glimpse of me being super lazy. When I was splattering the Batman, oh my God. Oh. Sorry, guys. When I was splattering them, I got some splatter on my picture. It's like on my son's leg, and it's not super noticeable. Like, you probably wouldn't be able to notice it unless you were really looking, but I noticed it was there, and I didn't want to print out another picture. I just was too lazy to do that. So I just put the piece of ephemera over it, and it was fine, and you'd never know that that's what it was hiding, and you'd never know that that wasn't my original thought, was to put that piece of ephemera right there. So that's where it's going, and I think it looks great right there. So now I've got these stars, and these are from the Escape the Ordinary ephemera pack, and I just pulled out some black ones and gold ones and maybe a gray one, I think. I don't really know if they're black. They look kind of suspiciously like blue, but when I was making this, it looked black to me, so I felt like it worked. Because I didn't really want to pull in a whole lot of color, like more color than I had already put on here. So, I just stuck with kind of the gray and black tones and the green. And once I stick everything on, I think that will pretty much finish off my layout. So I hope you guys like this, and I will see you soon for another scrapbook layout process video. Have a good day. Bye.